Hi. So today I've built a super cool agent that turns your voice notes on Slack into a LinkedIn ready post. So we have all have these ideas kind of bouncing around in our heads, and most of the times we don't quite know what we should write about. And one of the best ways I found is to just ramble on, just speak your thoughts into your phone and just capture those ideas in its raw form. And LinkedIn is great for that because you can get to be authentic and really share what your thoughts are without any friction whatsoever. Maybe you have an investor meeting, maybe you talk with your co-founder, maybe you had like an interesting discussion with your employees about something, maybe there's an idea that you had while you were, taking a walk with your dog or something, and it's very raw. And if you can capture that, it creates a ton of value, which is why I've made a Slack bot. So let me show you quickly how this works, right? So I have my phone here and I'm just going to drop in a voice note. So at first, I'm just going to tag the agent, which in this case is Rita AI. I'm just going to tag it and then I'm just going to drop in a voice note. Hi, can you write a post on how we as how founders want to be able to build more empathetic products for the customers, create a product that feels just that little bit more natural without having to use all these techniques to lure users in, but rather give them value right up front so that the users are able to extract that value, become loyal customers, and then kind of spread the word around, which is perfect for like a PLG approach, as opposed to just having a lot of users come in but not extract that value that you promised on your homepage. So if you have that synergy between the messaging on your homepage and the value that's actually delivered, your users will stick for longer and you'll have like a solid retention rate and your CAC goes down essentially. So let me write a post on that, please. So I have sent this to the agent, and if I reload this, you can see that this recording has come here. So now the agent will do its thing. It's trained on a brand brief. So if you enter your URL, your company, your ICP, and all that stuff, then a brand brief is generated, which is trained on your tone of voice, the ICP that you're targeting, the product features that you want to talk about, your aspirations with your content game that you have. So all of this is like documented into a brand brief. Post which it's sent to an AI agent, which is then trained on your previous LinkedIn post. So it understands your tone of voice. It's a finely tuned LLM model. So it's not like a generic GPT-5 or GPT-4 or whatever. It's a finely tuned model trained on your specific tone of voice. There's a memory layer on top, so it understands the context that you're creating, and it has a few tools attached to it. So every agent has like three components. It has an LLM, it has a memory, and it has the tools that it's using to create those posts. And then one of the tools is a LinkedIn hook writer tool. So as you know, like LinkedIn it works only if you have like a killer first line. And so there's a database that I've scraped of like 100 hooks. And so it knows exactly how to write this hook and then write it in your tone of voice, more importantly. And so it does that. It then sends that to another tool, which another agent actually, it writes the entire post, and then it sends that to an editor agent, which reviews the entire post based on certain guidelines. And if it is below the threshold, which in this case is 8 out of 10, so if it's 8 out of 10, then it sends that back to the writer agent to rewrite the post. So it has like a built-in feedback loop baked in. So you can know that quality is hopefully going to be pretty good. So it gets you to around like 6.5, 7 out of 10. And then you add like a human in the loop to polish out the rough edges and you're good to go, essentially. And it kind of goes into your dashboard. So you can see here that this is your dashboard. That's here. So you can see all of these posts are mentioned here, and this is the app this was the copy that was written by the agent here. Your favorite apps aren't distracting you by accident; they're designed that way on purpose. And I think that's a very cool first hook, to be honest. Most consumer apps today aren't built with your well-being in mind. They're engineered to maximize engagement. And then you have all these thoughts, basically. And this is the company that we've taken as an example, Aura Health, which is a meditation app built by Steve Lee. He has a killer podcast. You should check that out, by the way. And then you have this entire post written. So if you go here, you can kind of make some changes, a little bit of tweaks and whatever, and then just directly ship it to LinkedIn. So it just drastically reduces your content creation flow. It took me 2 minutes, and this video is nearing on 6 minutes. So it's just, you do something fast for the end of the day, or if you want, you can just sit on like a weekend or whatever, batch create it and send that out. But the point is that it really reduces your content creation time by a significant margin, and that is what I've built here. So if you find this interesting and you want something like this for yourself, then DM me. I'll build you a custom one made for your particular LinkedIn, your particular tone of voice and stuff like that. So let's talk, and I'll share with you how I'll go about building this for your own custom and build your own custom LinkedIn voice AI agent. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.